Welcome back to the channel. My name is Abel and welcome back to Local to Global with WOLFSBURG on FM22. Hoffenheim, the opponents today. The Champions League group seems to have pretty much wrapped itself up with a game to go. So we're back focusing on the Bundesliga. Hoffenheim game just before the winter break. There was a couple more games after that. But after this, we'll be back in January and there may be some signings. There might not be. We'll have to wait and see how things go in the transfer window. But Hoffenheim today, let's see if we can continue our good run in the Bundesliga. As always, if you're enjoying the series, then drop a like on the video, leave comments and subscribe if you haven't or if you're new, and turn notifications on. Last time we defeated Sporting by 1-0 in Portugal, and that pretty much sealed our spot in the next round of the Champions League. Liverpool are probably going to win the group. We pretty much wrapped up second place. Club Brugge, I don't think have a point yet. Sporting will get third. So the group's pretty much done with a game to go. Above camera, we did play 5 games. I did say we've been on a good run in the Bundesliga, but we had a couple of hiccups along the way. Semedo, that's a really good cross. And Palistri, great save by Nemeshki. Really good save. Ulrich with an effort, but that's been deflected and it's headed away. That's a good cross. Bit too much on it though. It's with Semedo. It's a good cross though. And Gil with the header, but a great save there by the keeper again. Semedo throws it to Sieb. It's an interesting pass back to Bazarkan there. Here's Gilmore to Neves. Nogalo's got some space from right back. Neves with a shot. Diaz with an effort, but picked up by Stankovic. Semedo, that's a really good ball for Diaz. Well controlled, and he can't hit the target. Liverpool corner here. Brites with it. And near post header by Gravenberg. It's in, and Liverpool the 1-0 lead midway through the first half. They break the deadlock with a set piece. Brites on the set piece. Fofana completely unmarked. What an easy header that is. Defenders did not even pick him up. Terrible set piece defending by WOLFSBURG, and it's 2-0 Liverpool with 26 minutes gone. Alexander-Arnold with a throw to Radicki. And a cross right by the byline, and Haaland with a header, and it's 3 with 39 minutes gone. 3 headers by Liverpool as well. WOLFSBURG just poor aerially today. Nogalo with a throw here for WOLFSBURG. It's Palistri now on it. Can he find the cross? He can. It's not bad, but headed away pretty simply by Trent Alexander-Arnold. Here's Semedo to Urena. Azarkan, that's a good ball. And Elliott has scored against his old club with the volley. 79 minutes gone. WOLFSBURG with a goal back, but probably too little too late. Vahad with a long ball. Headed forward by Zagadou. Gilmore crunching challenge there, but wins the ball. Palistri. And well contrived by Boros, and Boros scores. 8 minutes gone. It's Leverkusen 0, WOLFSBURG 1, and Martin Boros gets it. And the ball has been won almost immediately from kickoff here. And Boros is through again. And he scored again. He's just scored twice in a minute. It is 2-0. 9 minutes gone. Gil to Neves. Long ball looking for Boros, who is on a hat-trick with 35 minutes gone. But the cross is blocked. Azarkan has another go. Fofana heads it in. And Gilmore with the rebound and an open goal. 35 minutes, 3-0 already. Holstein Kiel with a corner here. 11 minutes gone with Benitez. And Curcio has scored. Newly promoted Holstein Kiel with a surprise lead at the Volkswagen Arena. It's 1-0. Throw in here with Nogalo. It's Neves. Back to Nogalo. Ulrich's got a chance maybe to go for goal, and he does! Lauren Ulrich with the equaliser. 12.5 minutes gone. It's 1-1. Throw in with Gil. Harvey Elliott with the ball now. Azarkan's got a bit of space. Is it opening up for him? It is. Neves, good cross. And Sieb with a header. And WOLFSBURG in front after going behind against Holstein Kiel. 20 minutes gone. It's now 2-1. Here's Benitez now for Holstein Kiel, who are not going away anytime soon. Hartmann gives it him back. Jagiello. And that's a good ball. And Basic has found a way through the defence and scores. It's an equaliser of Holstein Kiel. 29th minute. Basic with the equaliser. WOLFSBURG really giving the runaround today, but that's badly given away there by the midfield of Holstein Kiel. And Sieb is 1-on-1 with the goalkeeper, and it's a simple finish to make it 3-2 WOLFSBURG. But they've been given the runaround today. They've not had it easy. So we did pick up 2 wins in our last 2 games. Disappointing goose eggs against Freiburg and against Fortuna Düsseldorf. 2 0-0 draws. Thankfully avoiding defeat. Defeat against Liverpool at Anfield was expected. 3 headers though. We should have been better in the air. We didn't defend very well. But the Champions League group is pretty much all done and dusted. We're already through. Club Brugge did pick up their first point of the group as they drew at home against Sporting. So there's a chance that they could get third place, but it would need to be a large goal swing. We're guaranteed second place, so this game for us doesn't really mean very much. Club Brugge are going to try and maybe get a win to try and overtake Sporting, but we're at home. Hopefully we should do well, but we're already through, so it doesn't really matter. In the Bundesliga, those 2 0-0 draws has set us back a little bit. We're on 28 points, level with Borussia Dortmund. We are 1 behind Leipzig and we are 6 behind Bayern. We do have a 3-point lead over Fortuna Düsseldorf, who have also played a game extra. So I'm hoping we can get top 3 this season, but we need to try and get back on track. We had a couple of drop points there in those games off camera. And looking at what we have coming up, we've got 4 games to go before the winter break. We're away against Hoffenheim today. Then we have our last group game against Club Brugge. Then we face Mönchengladbach and Leipzig before the winter break. And we'll come back. And I think next episode, we'll come back for the 18th of January game where we're going to host the champions Bayern. But let's now jump into the Hoffenheim game. Okay, we've been playing well recently. And we've been playing a really good sort of counter-attacking game. It's worked really well. Fitness, of course, we've had to manage because of the Champions League, but it's not been too bad. Hegel did play last time round. He's not very happy at how little he's played. I think he's got a right to be unhappy, but I mean, Zagadou's really good, and Bitshabi's been a solid centre-back as well, so that's why he hasn't really been playing. Now he wants to move. Both goalkeepers want to leave as well, because I'm, trying to give them as much football as I can. Maignan had a run of very average performances, so Bijlo came in. He previously was saying before that he wanted to leave on a free, but Maignan has signed a new 2-year deal. Literally the day before he signed the deal, he was moaning about his lack of football and was saying, I'm going to let my contract run out. And the following day, it came through that it had actually been renewed, so that's fine. But we're probably going to lose Bijlo at the end of the season. In terms of changes, Fofana's been in poor form, but Pellistri is injured again. He's had a couple of knocks here and there this season. He's going to be out for about a week or so with an ankle injury. So Fofana's going to play, despite his poor performances. Azarkan is going to come out of the side today, though, and we're going to go with Elliot in that Metzala, Boros on the left, Ulrich going to be replaced by Gilmore. Semedo and Gil have been playing really well, so we've been managing their minutes quite a lot, but I think we'll go with Julian Gil today, although they've both played pretty well. Also, we should have Mauricio Diaz back up top because we rested him in the last game as well, so Diaz will go back on up top. Martin Roos on a bit of a goal drought, hasn't scored too much, so he's not really getting much in terms of game time at the moment. But I think this is what we'll go with. Hopefully we can do well and maybe try and get 3 points. Hoffenheim sitting in 8th place currently, 21 points. So away from home is going to be a challenge, but let's see if we can get a result here. We'll go for an early encourage and fingers crossed for 3 points. I'll take 1, but 3 points, of course, we want to try and make up some ground on the people above us. 22 minutes, we have our first highlight as Julian Gil throws the ball to João Neves, who has the ball again here, back with Zagadou, who's been a really inspired signing and been a really important player in this back line, just really organised things back there and a real leader. Here's Martin Boros. That's a good ball into the middle for Billy Gilmore. Could have gone further forward, but instead goes backwards to Nagalo. I think there was better options there than going backwards. And the ball given away there. João Neves caught napping as Maddie went through, but Nagalo's there to sweep it up at the back. And now Bijlo going long, looking for Boros, but Boller will get there first. And here's Sudakov. Maddie to Ku. And Minucci has got away from the left back there, or from the defender. And Gil has brought him down. That looked outside the box. I think this will be given as just a free kick. But Gil with a bit of a clumsy challenge there. Let's see what the decision is. I think it will be a free kick. It is a free kick. But we still need to defend this. It's Minucci who's on it. We need to make sure we defend this. The set piece defending hasn't been good recently, but João Neves has done well there. And here's Fode Fofana. Need a good performance from him. He has been a bit poor recently. That's not a good pass. That's not what you want to see. His form has really gone down. Bolger to Sudakov. And now Hoffenheim with a chance to get forward again. Here's Bolger. Sudakov. And that's a really good long ball. Finds Stroikens. Stroikens can maybe put it in for a centre forward. Instead he pulls it back from Maddie, who goes for goal from range, and that's over. Hoffenheim haven't hit the target yet, but they've definitely had the better possession and probably the better football so far in the first half. Couple of minutes left of the first half. Bijlo with the goal kick. And it's headed down by Hoffenheim. Here's Minucci to Sudakov. Boller's got a bit of space out wide here. We're sitting quite narrow at the moment. I think we have the force outside on, which we might look at maybe taking off. Sudikov. That's a good ball for Stoikens, and he's put it over the goalkeeper, and it's 1-0 Hoffenheim. Marius Stoikens, of course it's his first goal of the season, because we always concede against people scoring for the first time. And we haven't really got going in this first half. We had a chance maybe of getting forward, but we gave the ball away, and now we've been made to pay at the other end with a goal. Not what I want to see. Late corner here, though. Harvey Elliott on it, and Diaz with the header. And Gilmore, I think, went for it, but it was a very tight angle and he just gets side netting. And that will be it for the first half. Not what I wanted to see. It wasn't good enough. Fofana's been in poor form. Boros and Diaz, like the front three, just hasn't really managed to have any effect on the game. So what can we do about that? I mean, Elliott can maybe play a bit more attacking. So can Gil. We need to really sort of go for it here. Let's take off the shoot on sight. Bit more expression out there. Let's put the defensive width on standard because we gave them a lot of space out wide there. We're going to fire up as the second half begins. Let's try and get back into this game. I'm not afraid to make subs either because Boros, Diaz and Fofana, that front three, have not been able to do anything today. And I think we're going to take at least one of them off as we approach an hour. Nagalo and Gil are getting tired, but 61 minutes. This has not been good in the slightest. So, what changes can we make? We're going to bring on Sieb for Diaz. We're going to move Elliott to the left wing and bring on Azarkan for Martin Boros. Really try and give the game to them here and go for a fire up as soon as we can as well. There we go. Come on, guys. Let's see something here because this has been a really underwhelming performance again from us. We haven't lost for a little while in the Bundesliga. We don't want to be losing this one, but Hoffenheim have had just one shot on target. Other than that, they haven't threatened too much, but we just have not created nearly enough in this game. And we're into the last 10 minutes. Fofana's coming off because he's done nothing. Martin Ruten's coming on. We're going to go for 2 centre forwards, 2 advanced forwards, and just go very attacking and try and get something late on here. Although it's Sudikov with a free kick for Hoffenheim. Lopez with a header. It's over. But we have not been in this game in the slightest. Really, really poor performance by us here. We've not created anything. We've not created anything at all. João Neves on a 6.2 as well in that defensive midfield spot. I'm going to go... I misclicked. I wanted to berate and I just praised them for being 1-0 down and not doing anything in that game. That was really, really disappointing. I'm going to thrash arms after that because that was really bad. We didn't do anything. We didn't do anything at all. Well, they weren't even that good. Like did they have one shot on target, I think? And they scored from it. Other than that, they didn't really offer too much. And I think we've really let ourselves down there. That was a really, really poor performance. And again, that's going to give Leipzig a lot of opportunity to make up some ground. We could have caught up with them and Dortmund, and we haven't done it. Dortmund only drew away against Holstein Kiel, so we could have overtaken them. And a performance like that is not what you want. Stoikens with a goal just before half-time, and we didn't create anything in that game. They did have 3 shots on target in the end, so they did get a couple late on, but that front 3 had no impact whatsoever on the game. Sia wasn't much better coming on from the bench. Azarkan was quite a late change. Zagadou and Bitshabu did decent defending, but Neves didn't do anything either. It was just a really poor performance. Looking at the match stats, like we had some small opportunities, but they weren't even quality enough for us to actually see them. Somehow we registered an XG of over 1, so yeah, not really good enough. I will say there's a few issues in the squad. Elliott wants to move to a bigger club. He had a bid from Newcastle, but it wasn't too much. That was back in the summer. Hegel wants more playing time. Ulrich wasn't playing, and then I said I'd play him, and then I didn't. So now I've broken promises. Now he's not playing where he needs to be. He has been recently, though, because he wants to play centre mid, and that's what I've been doing with him. Alcalde wants to go out on loan. Schurig wants to move, and Krasnodar came in for him, and we rejected that because it wasn't enough. So there's a few issues in the squad. So atmosphere is taking a bit of a hit. The support's still good. So the team cohesion's good. I think we've got a few unhappy players at the club, and it might be starting to affect things. But January's coming up, so there'll be plenty of opportunity to sell some of these guys. I think Hegel's going to go, Alcalde's going to go, Schurig's going to go because they've not really done anything. Alcalde was only a free transfer as well. It might only be loan moves, but I think they'll go. Elliott I'd like to keep on because he is a really good player. He's been pretty average for me. I don't think I got the absolute best out of him, but he's a really quality player, like really good carrier of the ball. But I think he's still wanted by, well, he's not wanted by Newcastle, but he's wanted by some Premier League sides and by Celta Vigo as well. So if we do get like 25 to 30 million for him, then I might let him go. And I think there is definitely an opportunity for us to maybe bring in a player in the transfer window there. We've got 23 million in the bank as well. So I think we can definitely look at bringing a player in, and that would most likely be someone that can play left wing, because I think we do need a little bit of extra something on the left-hand side. But we'll be back after the winter break. There might be some transfer news here and there. We'll have to wait and see. But next time, we're going to take on Bayern at home, the champions and current leaders in the Bundesliga, 34 points. So we're still 6 points behind them, but they do have that game in hand. We've got Club Brugge in the Champions League up next, which has already been wrapped up. We should also find out next time who we're going to get in the round of 16. Some sides there that I think we can beat. Hopefully we get a good draw. Second place, it might be a bit of a tough draw, but we'll wait and see. Anyway, that's going to do it for today's video. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed it, drop a like, leave comments, and subscribe if you haven't, or if you're new, turn notifications on. And yes, next time we'll be back after the winter break. We're taking on Bayern at home. Hopefully we get some better results, because we have drawn 3 of our last 4 league games, 3 of our last 5 league games, excuse me. So we need to start getting back to, you know, getting wins and scoring goals, because yeah, we've struggled for goals in some games. We had 0-0s off camera, a couple of games 0-0, didn't score there against Hoffenheim. We did score 3 against Leverkusen and 3 against Holstein Kiel, but just a bit of consistency would be nice, especially as we're taking on the champions next time. So we'll see how that goes. But for now, thank you for watching. I'll see you soon. Goodbye.